Thanks for visiting our YouTube channel. It's PBA Game Day today, Tropa. At simula na today ang PBA Live Semifinal Best of 7 series between Talk and Text and Rain or Shine at series ng sister teams Barangay Ginebra Gin Kings and San Miguel BEERMEN. Pero bago ang laban na yan, heto muna ang updated top 10 PBA All-Filipino Cup scoring leaders, updated PBA playoffs bracket standings, and the full PBA Live Semifinal games scheduled to be played today, June 25th, 2025.
Here are the PBA Philippine Cup top 10 scoring leaders as of today, June 25. At number 10 is the 6'4" forward former Litran Knight, Mark Louis Sangalang of the eliminated Terra Firma Jeep. Louis Sangalang had a breakout conference this season, averaging 17.27 points, 7.91 rebounds, and 3.09 assists in 11 games this conference, while shooting 45.03 from the field. At number 9 is a former Gilas Pilipinas sharpshooter and a very pesky defender and streak shooter, Roger Pogoy of the Grand Slam-seeking Talk and Text Tropang 5G. RR Pogoy is currently averaging 17.38 points, 3.69 rebounds, and 2.15 assists, while shooting the basketball well at 51.16% in 13 games so far. At number 8 is the PBA GOAT and PBA only 8-time MVP, and probably will be getting his 9th most valuable player at the end of the season, Junmar Fajardo of the San Miguel BEERMEN. Junmar Fajardo is averaging 18 points, league best 13.25 rebounds, and 3 assists, while shooting a very efficient 62.5% from the field. At the 7th spot in PBA scoring leaders this conference is a former UP Diliman standout and one of the rising PBA star today, Xavier Lucero of the eliminated Magnolia Chicken Templados HOTSHOTS. Xav Lucero averaged 18.23 points, 7.85 rebounds, and 2.08 assists, while shooting 52.07% from the floor. At the 6th spot is the 38-year-old veteran and many-time Philippine national team member, Japeth Aguilar of the crowd favorites Barangay Ginebra Gin Kings. Japeth Aguilar is currently averaging 18.25 points, 8.25 rebounds, and 1.67 assists, while shooting the basketball well at 60% in 12 games this conference. At number 5 in PBA scoring today is a proven scorer and facilitator, Robert Bolick of the eliminated NLEX Road Warriors. Robert Bolick averaged 19.23 points, 6.54 rebounds, and league best 6.62 assists in 13 games this conference, but did not shot the basketball well this conference at just 40.30%. At the 4th spot is Joshua Munzon of the eliminated Northport Batang Pier, who carry the load for Northport after losing Tolentino and Navarro. Joshua Munzon averaged 19.82 points, 5.55 rebounds, and 4.91 assists in 11 games, but needs to improve his shot selection as he only made 37.91% of his shot attempts. At number 3 in PBA scoring today is the Gilas Pilipinas and Talk and Text Tropang Giga's two-way player, Calvin Oftana. The sweet-shooting Calvin Oftana is currently averaging 20.23 points, 8 rebounds, and 3.38 assists in 13 games so far this conference, while shooting the basketball at 46.60% from the field. Sliding down to number 2 in scoring is Gilas Pilipinas backup point guard, the Predator, CJ Perez of the powerhouse San Miguel BEERMEN. CJ Perez is currently averaging 22.58 points, 4.58 rebounds, and 4.67 assists in 12 games so far this conference, while shooting 45.61% from the floor. And the number 1 in scoring this ongoing PBA All-Filipino Conference is Jason Perkins of the eliminated Phoenix Fuel Masters. Thanks to his 39-point explosion on a non-bearing last game of Phoenix, Jason Perkins jumped to number 1, averaging 23.22 points, 6.56 rebounds, and 3.44 assists in just 9 games this conference, while shooting the basketball at an efficient rate of 53.95% from the floor.
Nakapasok ba ang favorite PBA team mo sa semifinal round, Tropa? O laglag na naman at pinupulot na sa kangkungan sa Boracay? Tara at samahan mo ako at silipin na natin ang pinaka-updated PBA playoff bracket standings today, June 25th, 2025.
2025 PBA Season 49, the PBA All-Philippine Cup updated PBA team standings playoff bracket as of today, June 25, 2025. The number one team at the end of the PBA elimination round games, the aging powerhouse San Miguel BEERMEN, have officially advanced into the PBA semifinal round after defeating the 8th-seeded PBA All-Filipino Conference defending champions, MERALCO Bolts, in their PBA quarterfinal round showdown. The 8th-seeded MERALCO Bolts are now officially eliminated this PBA All-Filipino Cup. Meanwhile, the 2nd-seeded Robert Berto Bollock and the rest of the NLEX Road Warriors are also now officially eliminated this conference after a disappointing end of blowing a twice-to-beat advantage in their quarterfinal match up against the 7th-seeded Rain or Shine ELASTO Painters. Coach Yang Giao and the rest of the young and gritty gatecrashers, 7th-seeded Rain or Shine ELASTO Painters, officially advanced into the PBA semifinal round. In the meantime, my favorite PBA team, the Intraboys Magnolia HOTSHOTS, just added another one in the history books and cemented their legacy of being infamously tagged as Intravoys. The 3rd-seeded Magnolia Chicken Templados HOTSHOTS, just like NLEX, are also now officially eliminated this PBA All-Filipino Cup, after suffering 2 very close defeats in the hands of the 6th-seeded TROPANG 5G, who both won by narrowest margin possible, both by 1-point losses, in those 2 quarterfinal games. The Grand Slam-seeking 6th-seeded TROPANG 5G now officially moves on to the PBA semifinal round and will face the young and talented 7th-seeded Rain or Shine ELASTO Painters in their own PBA best-of-7 semifinal series. This will be the 3rd consecutive conference that TROPANG and Rain or Shine will meet in a best-of-7 semifinal series. And for the final pair of the ongoing 2025 PBA Philippine Cup playoffs, the 4th-seeded crowd, Darlings Powerhouse, the BRGY Ginebra Kings, also officially advanced into the PBA semifinal round after dismantling the 5th-seeded up and coming powerhouse CONVERGE Fiber X in their own PBA quarterfinal round matchup. The 5th-seeded CONVERGE Fiber X are also now officially eliminated this PBA Philippine Cup. Tuluyan na talaga naka-upset ang lower-seeded teams TROPANG at Rain or Shine Tropa. And nalulungkot naman ako at talo na naman ang favorite team ko na Magnolia. Mukhang malapit na ako maniwala sa Intraboys moniker na yan talaga. Pati NLEX na hawa na yata naging Intraboys din this conference. Sobra! Ganda ng PBA semifinal round matchup, guys, na magsisimula na mamaya. Make sure to watch the PBA live games on PBA One Sports YouTube channel or RPTV9 and One Sports Live on Free TV.
It's time for the PBA Live semifinal round. Heto ang full details ng dalawang very exciting PBA live games to be played today, June 25th, 2025.
PBA Live Today semifinal round games schedule, June 25. It's time for the PBA Live Final 4 today. As the Grand Slam hopeful 6th-seeded TROPANG 5G will continue their PBA Grand Slam bid in the PBA Live semifinal round campaign today for game number 1 versus the young and talented 7th-seeded Rain or Shine ELASTO Painters. The TNT TROPANG 5G have won their one and only game versus Rain or Shine this All-Filipino Conference with the final score of 101/93. The PBA Live Today game number 1 between the TROPANG 5G against the Rain or Shine ELASTO Painters will start at 5 in the afternoon. And for the main game, it's the clash of the Titans, as the number 1 seeded aging powerhouse San Miguel BEERMEN will be going up versus their sister team, the powerhouse crowd Darlings BRGY Ginebra Kings, in game number 1 of their PBA best-of-7 semifinal series. The SMB won their one and only game against Ginebra this PBA All-Filipino Cup with the score of 104/93. The PBA Live Today, the game number 1 between the San Miguel BEERMEN versus the BRGY Ginebra Kings will start at 7:30 in the evening. Both PBA Live Today games will be played at the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City.
Thanks for watching, Tropa. Kung nagustuhan mo ang video updates na to, please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell icon para updated ka lagi sa Philippine basketball, araw-araw. Sama-sama tayo manood ng PBA Live Today semifinal games, Tropa. This is your iForb sports reporter Sofia saying, let's play some balls. Peace out.